2, 3, 4, 5.
My name's Teddy, and I say hi.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Back it up and
meet my friend.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My name's Miss Wise, and I say hi. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Back it up and meet my friend. Your turn. We'll do it with you, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Your names. And you say
Hi.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Back it up for story time. So does anybody know what's happening this Monday?
I'm putting that back.
Thanks, Teddy.
On top of that.
Okay. Does anybody know? Is it Memorial Day? Is it Memorial Day on Monday, Teddy?
Yes!
Yes. And on Memorial Day, we wear red, white, and blue. And we maybe have a barbecue. What else might we do on Memorial Day?
We could go to the Air and Space Museum.
If it was open, yeah, but we can celebrate in our yard, wave at our neighbors. And why? Why do we have that day off of work, from school? Why do we wear red, white, and blue?
Because the army people helped us win.
Because we remember. We remember those who served. And we have a special poem to read that Teddy's going to hold for me. Can you stand still?
Mm-hmm.
Memorial Day is a time to remember, to honor, and show our respect for all men and women who gave up their lives for the country they fought to protect. Sweetheart, I can't read it. Thank you. Although we cannot, hold it still, picture all of their faces nor recognize each person's name, we give thanks today for the brave U.S. soldiers. When called by our country, they came. So, Teddy, who are you named after? What's your full name?
Theodore Kenneth Wise.
That's right. And who are you named after?
Uncle Kenny.
My Uncle Kenny died in service for our country. And so we remember. We named Teddy. His middle name is Kenneth, after my Uncle Kenny, because we are so thankful for how my uncle served our country and gave the ultimate sacrifice. So if you live near us, like in Washington, D.C., or by a military base, you might know a family who one of the service members in their family passed away while they were serving our country. Tell them thank you. Remember, say their names, and be thankful for their service and their ultimate sacrifice. That we can be free, that we can go to church, that we can go to the grocery store. I know, it's fine, Teddy. You hide that. And do all the fun things that we like to do in our freedom. Because freedom comes at a great price and comes at the ultimate sacrifice for some. So we say thank you. And thank you, Teddy. High five. All right. That was a good job. Thanks, bud. I have a really fun book for us to read today. A lot of fun books and some fun songs and poems, too. So before we read America, let me see your grandma's glasses. You got them? These are grandma's glasses, and this is grandma's cap, and this is the way she folds her hands neatly in her lap. These are grandpa's glasses, and this is grandpa's cap, and this is the way he folds his arms, just like that. Are you ready? Yeah, you ready? Let's read America, a Patriotic Primer by Lynn Chaney. And she was the wife of the vice president. So she did a lot to serve our country. And if you're wondering why we didn't do Mr. Munch today, is because this book is our alphabet for the day. Let's find the first page. A. A is for America, the land that we love. B is for the birthday of this nation of ours. On America's birthday, there ought to be pomp and parade. John Adams, our second president, wrote to his wife Abigail, and illuminations from one end of this continent to the other from this time forward forevermore. So that's why on the 4th of July and on Memorial Day and Veterans Day and Labor Day too, we have a Constitution that binds us together. The Constitution has been the framework for our government for more than 200 years. D is for the Declaration that proclaimed we were free. The Declaration of Independence, adopted on July 4th, 1776 in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, declared us to be a free and independent nation. There's some pictures for you. E is for equality. The Declaration of Independence established the principle that all are created equal and have God-given rights to live, to be free, and to pursue happiness. Over the years, more and more of us have been able to enjoy these rights equally. F is for freedom and the flag that we fly. Do you know the Pledge of Allegiance? Let's say it together. It's right here. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And I was looking at the flag as I said that. G is for God in whom we trust. Freedom to worship as they chose brought people to America. Freedom to worship as we choose sustains our country today. God bless America. H is for heroes, and I is for ideals. Some heroes we admire from afar, others are part of our lives every day. There's the U.S. military, our heroes, that we remember on Memorial Day. J is for Jefferson. In 1776, Thomas Jefferson wrote the Declaration of Independence. He was the first Secretary of State, the second Vice President, and our third President. K is for King. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. fought for justice with prayers, peaceful marches, and some of the most powerful words our nation has ever heard. Let justice roll down like the waters. And there's his famous I Have a Dream speech. L is for Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln, our 16th president, guided our nation during the Civil War. He was determined that we would continue to be a single nation. M is for Madison. James Madison, our fourth president, was so important when our nation was getting started that he is called the father of the Constitution. He was primarily responsible for the Bill of Rights. And here are all, whoopsies, losing some books here. There are all of the beautiful photos. N is for Native Americans who were here first. And we celebrate all that they did that welcomed the settlers and that really preserved our beautiful country. O is for the oath new Americans take. I hereby declare on oath that I will support and defend the Constitution and laws of the United States of America. That's what you say when you are taking the oath of citizenship. I bet some of you in your family are first-generation Americans. Have you or your parents or grandparents taken that oath of citizenship? I would love to hear your stories if you want to post that in the comments on Facebook. That would be awesome. P is for patriotism that fills our hearts with pride. Q is for America's quest for the new, the far, and the very best. We are proud to be Americans, aren't we? Always fighting for justice, equality, and to be the best, the American dream. R is for the rights we are guaranteed. Our basic rights are set forth in the Constitution and its amendments. The first 10 amendments are called the Bill of Rights. S is for suffrage. In 1848, in Seneca Falls, New York, women began the long struggle for suffrage, or the right to vote. In 1920, their voting rights were recognized all across the nation. T is for tolerance. Free to think and believe and pursue happiness in our own way, we recognize the rights of others to do the same. U is for United States. Our country is big. Our people come from every part of the world, but different as we are all a part of a single nation, the United States of America. And there's the map. V is for the valor shown by those who kept us free. We remember their valor, don't we? Those who have fought and died for our freedom. We remember them on Memorial Day and every day, but especially Memorial Day. We celebrate just for them. W is for Washington. There's Washington's home, Mount Vernon. Have you visited there? It's just a few miles from our house. George Washington, our first president, is called the father of our country. Brave in battle and dignified always, he was celebrated as the man who unites all hearts. X marks the spot. Plymouth, Massachusetts, where the Pilgrims landed. It's right there. So you can see all the major cities now where people had first landed when they came to settle. Y is for you, and all you will be in this greatest of countries, the land of the free. That's that American dream again. Because of that equality, equal rights, you can choose. You can choose what you want to be, how you want to help people, what work you want to do. You're free to choose. Z is the end of the alphabet, but not of America's story. Strong and free, we will continue to be an inspiration to the world. I know that for America, there will always be a bright dawn ahead. Ronald Reagan, one of our presidents. Wasn't that a fun book? Let's all say thank you to Lynn Cheney for writing that for us. Now, I want to sing, and we've sung this in library before when we were doing some nursery rhymes. Does anybody know Yankee Doodle? It's really fun. Sing it with me, okay? Yankee Doodle went to town riding on a pony, stuck a feather in his hat and called it macaroni. Yankee Doodle, keep it up, Yankee Doodle dandy. Mind the music and the step, and with the girls be handy. Do you know that song? It's a great one. It's been sung for hundreds of years. The British used to call us Yanks or Yankees as kind of a name to make fun of us, but we said, you know what? We'll take it. We'll take it. And so we made the best of it, made a fun song, and now it's part of our heritage and history as Americans. It's a fun song to sing. Now, who's ready for some number sense? Yeah, since we were talking about our nation's history, I thought we could read a fun book about Washington, D.C. It's called Count to Sleep, Washington, D.C. So let's do our number sense. Are you ready? Are you ready with your counting fingers? We're going to count together. 1 White House, where the president lives. 2 cherry trees blossoming. 1, 2. 3 dinosaur skeletons displayed in the Smithsonian. Count with me. 1, 2, 3. Who loves dinosaurs? I sure do. 4 American landmarks standing proud. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4. The Washington Monument, the United States Capitol Building, Jefferson Memorial, and Lincoln Memorial. 5 children riding the carousel at the National Mall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Great job. 6 planes at the Air and Space Museum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7 visitors taking pictures of our nation's capital. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8. 8 animals at the National Zoo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9. 9 kids skating at the Sculpture Garden ice rink. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10. 10 children sleeping peacefully in Washington, D.C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What a great job. Give yourself a pat on the back. Awesome. Does anybody know My Country 'Tis of Thee? It's a very old hymn that we sing as Americans. Can we sing it together? Can you sing it with me? My country, 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing. Land where my fathers died, land of the Pilgrim's pride, from every mountainside, let freedom ring. What a great job. Give yourself another pat on the back. Next up, I have a really special treat. We are going to learn the history of this. Let's learn the history of the Star-Spangled Banner. And this was written by Patricia A. Pingree and illustrated by Nancy Munger. Have you heard our national anthem? It was written after a big battle. In September 1814, America was at war with England. In Baltimore, Maryland, a giant American flag flew over Fort McHenry. The flag was as big as the side of a barn. Each star was as tall as a 2-year-old child. One day, a British boat sailed into Baltimore Harbor. The sailors saw the American flag from a mile away. The British began firing their guns at Fort McHenry. They wanted to take the fort. Did we let them? Let's find out. The American soldiers fired back. They were not going to give up. That American spirit, right? The American pride that we have. In another boat, a man named Francis Scott Key was watching the battle. All night, the British ships fired their big guns. All night, the Americans fired back. And all night, Francis Scott Key walked the deck of the ship. He prayed that America would win the fight. When the sun rose, Francis saw the flag, the Star-Spangled Banner, waving over Fort McHenry. Do you know what that meant? Francis was so proud because the Americans won the battle against the British. He wrote a poem to say how he felt. This poem became our national anthem, the Star-Spangled Banner. So I'm going to read it for you, and then Mr. Wise, my husband, is going to come and play it for us. When we hear it played, we stand up. I'm going to stand up with you. We remove our hats, and we place our right hands over our hearts. Let's read it together. The Star-Spangled Banner by Francis Scott Key. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Okay, are you ready to hear our national anthem on trombone? So let's all stand up together. Everybody clap. Thanks, hon. Did everybody say thank you? Wasn't that so nice of him to join? Have a great Memorial Day. Celebrate with your families. Stay safe and healthy. And remember those veterans who served and who paid the ultimate price, who gave their lives for our freedom. So I'll see you all next week with a new story time, okay? Bye.